right, y'all. We back at it again. GMOGMediaTV. Back with another video. It's been a minute, but I'm back again. So I'm going to react to, of course, we all know about the untimely death of Kevin Samuels. And, of course, this man spit the truth. People don't like the truth. People don't want to be pandered and lied to, right? You know, that's how the black church has been in the business for centuries, right? Making trillions of dollars, siphoning the so-called black community because we're being lied to, okay? The pastors sell you a dream, right? But they live contradictory to what the Bible says, the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible and the Most High, okay? And so when you have been engulfed in that kind of structure and upbringing, you know, you're kind of used to dealing with bullshit and accepting it. And so, case in point with Kevin Samuels has been basically, you know, telling y'all the truth, right? Ever since his video has been viral, right? Regarding the sister who said average at best. His popularity has been through the roof. And of course, since his untimely death, the naysayers are just dragging his name. Y'all acting like the man committed mass murderer. He's like a mass shooter and just went up in a public place and started shooting people and stuff like that. Y'all treat these white supremacists better, and I'm talking about our people. Y'all treat these white supremacists better than y'all do people like Kevin Samuels, because guess what? George Zimmerman, I don't see y'all having that same energy for George Zimmerman, who's still out and about, breathing and living his best life. I still don't see that same energy for George Zimmerman as y'all have with Kevin Samuels. Y'all got all this hatred and vitriol towards Kevin Samuels. All he did was form his opinion about the state of relationships for the black community, aka black society. That's all he did. But you got white supremacists out here shooting unarmed black people in broad daylight, and y'all treat them like nothing happened. Y'all treat them like nothing, like an average day. But yet Kevin Samuels gets treated like, again, he gets treated like he committed a mass murder, a terrorist attack, you know, violated someone's physical rights. That's what y'all treating Kevin Samuels as, right? But anyway, I'm gonna do a live reaction to this response to another pimp pastor, Jamal Bryant. This guy has so many skeletons in his closet. I have no idea why he still wants to clout chase and talk crap about Kevin Samuels when this guy's skeleton is just full of dead bodies, like crazy full. Like nobody's perfect, but this guy right here, Jamal Bryant, he has more shit than the average person combined. And he has a nerve to go ahead and talk shit about Kevin Samuels and then apologize. Well, let's get a response from the panel of Claudia Jordan. You got Vivica Fox and a few others on this show on Fox Soul. So I'm going to play this video and give you guys my commentary. So here we go.
Okay. Well, last week we reported that Pastor Jamal Bryant threw some shade at the passing of Kevin Samuels. Bryant said, "How can a man say you don't have the level of attraction of a high-value man if he got to get a GoFundMe for his funeral?" Well, he recently released an apology and said, Benjamin Franklin once said, "The best way to mess up an apology is to add an excuse." I extend my deepest condolences and apologies to Kevin Samuels' family and friends. Thank you to all who purpose to keep me accountable. We grow from mistakes in birth maturity. Humility will always defeat arrogance. We grow as we go. What are your thoughts on this apology? Who wants to go first on this one?
All right, so as far as the GoFundMe, it was confirmed by a close friend and a close friend and associate of Kevin Samuels. Shout out to Melanie King. who's very close to Kevin Samuels and his family. That GoFundMe account that was set up on behalf of Kevin Samuels is fake. Is fake news. All right, it was confirmed by Melanie King and um, Kevin Samuels, spokesperson for the family. It is fake news. There is no GoFundMe account. But I digress and continue with the video.
I don't think he owed him an apology. I don't think that that took away condolences or something. I think he was right. It's like, right, with all that he was talking about, you should have this, this, and that, and I'm dressed to the nine, and I act like this, and I do that. How do you not have your stuff in place? Because the type of woman you're asking for is you want her to be this, this, and that. But what do you have in place? And it's proven that he didn't have all of his shit together because he have to go get a GoFundMe.
Okay, first of all, like I said, the GoFundMe was fake news. Y'all don't fact check nothing. The thing about this shit, man, like I've been doing this for years. Like when I do stuff like this, I fact check everything before I get on the internet. You know, I just don't talk shit. I always fact check things, right? But anyway, the GoFundMe is fake. It was confirmed by two sources, Melanie King and the spokesperson for Kevin Samuels, all right, who was an attorney. And that's number one. Number two, as far as what Jamal Bryant said about Kevin Samuels, like I said, Jamal Bryant has so many skeletons in his closet. I mean, this man owes back taxes over close to $1 million, if not $1 million, of back taxes from his church and all this bullshit. So talk about the pot calling the kettle black. This man owes so much money to the IRS. But yeah, you want to talk shit about Kevin Samuels. See, the problem with these females on the panel, they don't fact check. They just go by emotions and they react. Y'all don't fact check nothing. So the message that Kevin Samuels is saying, see, y'all want to go ahead and deflect the message and attack the messenger. See, what Kevin Samuels says, this goes over y'all head. But y'all want to do personal attacks to Kevin Samuels. So he'll say, the sky is blue, right? The sky is blue. That's a fact. The sky is blue. Y'all bypass a fact and y'all say, you know what? I don't like his glasses. You know what? He was divorced twice. What does he know about anything about relationships and marriages? Instead of focusing on the message, you focus on the messenger. And that's what these females are doing. Lisa Red, you got a track record of not keeping a man. You already had a child out of wedlock. You got a grown child. I think she's almost 30 years old. You got a child out of wedlock. You've been married several times. You married the prince of Turks and Caicos, or the king of whatever, the prime minister of Turks and Caicos. Used you like a bag of rocks, tossed you to the side. So you have a track record of not keeping a man, a high value man, if that in that matter. So what are you to say anything about what Kevin Samuels can and can't do? What are you to say? Again, you guys don't fact check nothing. I digress.
Hey.
Well, that may be fake. The family came out and said that's not a true story, that they're refusing the money. That may be a fake story that someone put out there, but I don't know. Like, y'all think he had bread or not?
That still stands.
See? Emotions.
If they did, then that's what I got to say about it.
Okay.
See? Y'all don't care about facts. Y'all don't care about facts.
Vivica, you want to take a stab at it? They was coming for me and you in the comments last week.
Not a stab, Claudia. Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. A poke?
A poke?
A try.
Well, you know, Pastor, the reason why folks was coming for you because they said those who lives in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. So I think that was the whole recanting of things. God bless him that he apologized.
Okay.
That was a very Southern Bellish. That was very Southern
Vivica on the right path right there. Okay. I like her answer.
Are you okay? Are you all right to put my hand on your forehead? You all right? Put your head up here.
Let the church say amen.
Amen.
And the Oscar goes to
Vivica, you tried it just now.
Amen. Amen. Okay.
Selena Johnson, say you.
I am not in a position to speak on the dead. Okay. And so that for me, I'm going to exit stage left, and I'm going to bow out of this conversation in terms of this topic, because I said what I said about Kevin Samuels. I think that it's it's nice that Jamal Bryant retracted his statement. If it bothered people, he does lead a very, very big congregation. He is the man of God. He has to be
Yeah, he ain't no goddamn man of God. He's a siphon, just like any other.
I mean, I see
average
where it
pastor.
comes from.
How are you? Can you be a man of God like just only on certain days of the week?
Nope.
Well, Miss Claudia, I don't know about the days of the week, but I know that he leads a big congregation and that he is the man of God. That's all I know.
In
Didn't-
Jesus' name, let us say amen.
And I'm
Didn't
sticking
Eddie
to it.
Long? Didn't Eddie Long lead a big congregation?
Oh,
Well, Miss Claudia, now Claudia.
I listen, and I come to you humbly with these questions. I'm just asking the question because I need to learn. I want y'all to school me.
Listen, for me,
Pretty good.
I am in no position to put anyone in heaven or hell, So
He
as
has
far
done
as
that
this
himself.
as far as this story is concerned, in terms of Jamal Bryant, he may have made some mistakes in the past, but as far as this specific particular story,
Say that 3 times.
I understand what he was trying to say and what he was trying to do, and that's what I got.
I got what he was trying to say. I wasn't really that mad at him.
Me neither.
But I guess when people die, depending on who they are, we're supposed to not say anything negative. Everything is forgiven. We're not supposed to forget everything that was said, I guess.
Well, it's like we said last week. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
yes.
It's interesting because, we get paid to have
voice
an
of
opinion, and then we get slandered for that opinion. However, I'm okay with that because I don't believe that just because we have an opinion, everyone needs to agree. That's fine. What I'm not okay with is the way that people disagree. You don't need to be ugly and ignorant and disrespectful and stupid in the way that you disagree because you disagree with someone. It's not that serious, because if you saw them in person and on the street, you wouldn't behave that way. And if you did, that means you have mental illness. So the truth of the matter is, it's fine for people to one side to feel this way, one side to feel this way. Like, we have to be okay with that.
Everyone is entitled to their opinion.
And let me just say this before we go to break. I'm not against the church. No one hurt me in church. I just feel like some, not all, and I had a family member that did this. Some people will abuse people's faith in a church and manipulate them to get money. And I don't think that's right. I think there's people that go to church they have a lot of faith and they come here for the word.
Yeah, it's called the Black Church. It's been happening for centuries. Okay. It's been happening for centuries. So it's the Black Church. Again, the Black Church has made over $400 trillion. Well, I'm sorry, not trillion, billion dollars since the 1980s from tithes, offerings, and donations. But look, collectively as a group, Black society is still on the bottom of the totem pole in every statistical category you can think of, right? So the Black Church has not done a goddamn thing for anybody. Right? So they've always been using the Bible and so-called Jesus to control and manipulate our Black families, particularly Black women, because that's who they target. The pastors, they target these single Black mothers, right? To manipulate them and to siphon them for money to donate for the so-called building fund. The building ain't never gonna be built. But yet you got the pastor out here driving the newest cars, or you got the opposite. You may have the pastor who's a humble pastor that drives a regular car, but yet you go to his house, different story. They try to make it seem like they live a humble life. So it's both sides. You got the flashy pastors, you got the humble pastors that got a lot of shit that's saved up, properties, real estate, shit like that. But the point is, they're siphoning you. They're taking your damn money. All because they're using they're using their so-called religious beliefs to fatten their pockets.
So when I see that, you're clearly manipulating for a check, for a jet, for this, for that, for your material things, for your own selfish, fleshy ways, worldly things that you want. I don't think that's right, because these people truly believe in what you're telling them. That is my issue with some churches, not all, because I love some churches.
I'm with you on that, Claudia. And you know how I deal with that in my spirit? if you're going to be an advocate for God, that means you're pretty close to him. That means his reach is also very close to slap the hell out of you when he needs to.
There you go.
So
And
God will take
I
care of
love
that.
it.
well, we're going to take a quick commercial break before we get slapped in the mouth by the producers. So we're going to be right back.
All right. So, yeah. So, as far as the reaction from the panel, Lisa Ray still in her feelings regarding Kevin Samuels. I like the responses from everybody else, Vivica, Selena, and Claudia. Pretty even keel responses. And even Claudia checked, Lisa Ray saying that GoFundMe may not be true, which I just told y'all it's not true. It's fake news. But again, they don't fact check nothing. And I'm sorry to say, most of you women, y'all don't fact check anything. Y'all go by emotions. Y'all don't fact check nothing. Y'all don't take time to do a quick Google search, couple of seconds to do a Google search. Oh, this really happened. Oh, and also check a reliable source, not media takeout. It's not a reliable source. You got to go TMZ. Unfortunately, even though they do tabloid news, they are reliable sources, right? That's just a small example of what things you can check for to make sure a story or a headline checks out. Fact check takes a few seconds. That's it. But anyway, those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Till next time, signing out. Peace.